Hey everyone, adakai TCG here, and I'm coming at you with another video after a very long time of not posting. There's been quite a bit going on in my life personally that has impacted just everything. And so while I was figuring that out, I didn't really have time to produce YouTube content. I didn't have time to run my online shop for my custom cards, so I took that down for a little while. I'm just gonna use this video and this time to talk about the things that have been going on in my life. But I also wanted to use this video to talk about the future of this channel, the future of my custom card shop, and just excited to share what that journey will hopefully look like. And so let's get right into it. All right, so where to begin? So this last month or so has been quite a whirlwind. There's just been so many things going on that took up all of my bandwidth. That kind of all starts about a month ago. I was let go from my full-time job, and man, that was wild. It's wild what happened, and I'm still trying to figure out how to respond and some of the things that I can do. Without going so much into the details, I was working as a senior business analyst for a company, handling like their e-commerce projects, improving the systems that allow them to sell online, and specifically I was in the omnichannel division. But my director and I did not get along too well. Even though I was performing well in projects, and even though I was getting great positive feedback from all of the people that I've been working with for launches on the projects, my director would still kind of nitpick and micromanage so many aspects of my work, and it was quite crazy. But I don't even know when it started occurring, but things like she would check revision history on my documentation to be like, was I really working? Which is crazy. Like, I don't know that I was doing anything that made her feel that way or think that way, but she would be doing things like that. She would, sometimes I would take notes in my documentation, especially when I had meetings with business stakeholders. They would tell me, hey, we need to consider X, Y, and Z. I would just kind of jot that down in bullet points on my documentation so that I have it to revise and implement at a time after the meeting. But she would look and open up those documents and literally send me these long emails, not even one occurrence, but she would screenshot every single one of my bullet points and be like, we need to, edit the sentence. It's not a full sentence. I'm like, it's not even the full document yet. I literally just put those notes there as a placeholder for me to work on. It was wild, but so that's kind of the environment that I was working in. And so the reason they let me go, though, was for unmarked PTOs from last year. And I was like, unmarked PTOs? I mark in all of my PTOs for the most part. And so when they were pulling up the dates, I realized, so that's my director, but I have a report to manager who my relationship with has been very good for the most part. But towards the beginning of my career there, I didn't really have access to all the systems. I didn't know what or where to input because I was still just onboarding. But I remember there was a couple of days that I was sick during that time. So I would call my manager and be like, hey, I'm not feeling well, I need a day off. And he would be like, yeah, no worries about it, dude. And I remember specifically asking, do I need to mark it anywhere? He's like, nah, dude, I'll take care of it. Don't worry about it. He never did. And it's my fault for not following up and checking. But yeah, they used that as a grounds to let me go, which is so wild. And yeah, so basically, they said I was trying to steal company hours by unmarking my sick day PTOs, which I've never even like heard of that ever even occurring. But honestly, I think if it wasn't even for this, the director would have found some other way to let me go on some grounds of the company policy. And so the worst thing about that is it does impact my unemployment as well, because I was let go for a policy violation that impacts my unemployment eligibility, which is so crazy. And so I'm in the process of figuring out, one, how to respond, two, lawyering up, and yeah, basically this just feels like really fishy. But there's that. And so at the time I was living in Jersey City, which if you guys know Jersey City, I was living in the Newport area, which is quite expensive. And especially if you don't have a job, it's even more expensive. And so luckily my mom has a place in the burbs with a ton of extra room, and so my wife and I moved into my mom's place, and we're going to be staying here for a while until I can figure out the next steps in my career. And so that's why you can see the background is different as well. And so this is my new setup, and this is where I'll be parked for a little bit while I figure out the next steps of my life. But during that time too, maybe it was the stress, maybe it was just too much, but I had this reoccurring leg infection going on in my left leg, where it was cellulitis. And so the doctors told me, it's kind of more or less random for the first occurrence, but the constant reoccurrence might have been linked to just like a super high amount of stress, and just not getting it properly treated during the time that it first occurred. And so I was actually hospitalized twice for it, because the antibiotics that I was put on, the oral ones at least, they were not working that well. And so they had to like give me IV antibiotics. But because of work that first time that I was hospitalized, I decided to leave early because I needed to finish my work on the projects that I was working on. There was like certain deadlines to the project that we couldn't exceed. And so because of that though, I think the infection reoccurred 2 weeks later, and I was hospitalized again. And so that was actually the same day I was let go. So I was let go that morning, and that very same night I had to go to the hospital, and I was there for I think 5 or 6 days, just getting treatment. And so luckily I am all recovered. Actually, I've been a lot less stressed ever since. I don't have anything to do with that company or that director, and so I think that has helped quite a bit. And so yeah, that's kind of why I haven't been around. I was supposed to go to Niagara Falls Regionals, but I couldn't go, obviously, because I was hospitalized. And yeah, that's why I haven't been posting. That's why I took down the shop for a little while, but I'm back. So going forward now, looking into the future of Adakai TCG, I've stumbled upon quite a bit of free time just as I apply to jobs and as I figure out those next steps in my career. It's given me some more time to think about the future of Adakai TCG, both in the custom card business as well as the content that I'll be providing here on YouTube. And so I'm sure if you guys have followed me on social media, you guys have heard that I have now partnered with Kaizoku Cards, and a huge shout out to Jonic, Joku, my captain. He he's been someone that I've been trying to connect with for such a long time, but it's because of my schedule and just the craziness of work that it's been really hard to actually meet up and just to jam. But yeah, no, we were finally able to meet up. We partnered, and now he's going to be handling all the production for adakai cards going forward. And so I am so excited for that. The quality of the cards, that guy is an artist in so many different ways. But yeah, no, so I showed you guys on Instagram, but the quality of the cards have gone up significantly. And so let me see if we can get that focused. But yeah, all cards will now have like textured foil, so it feels like super nice and legit. They have my custom backing, just gotta represent the brand. But yeah, so these are all up now on my website, www.adakai-tcg.com. And so I have a ton of designs in the works. That was the female law red purple one. I released a 3 brothers set as well. You can buy it as a bundle. But yeah, no, we have a ton of cards in the works. Really looking to enhance and level up the designing as well as the card quality. And so I'm so excited to share some of these things with you guys. And I'm also planning to go back into the competitive scene as well. It's been quite a while, but I think I have one more regional that I'm signed up for in June. And so I'm gonna do everything I can to prepare for that and the top again. And so it's been quite a bit. Set 5 and set 6, well, especially set 6, I just have not been able to play that much. And so I'm excited to really hop back in and to really put out some guides and some talk about the meta and the future of One Piece TCG. And so one of the other things that I was thinking about doing too was also using this channel to create art guides as well. Showcase some of how I draw, how I do the coloration, as well as part of the digital side of the card making process. And so I'm excited to share those things with you guys. Thank you all for sticking around. Man, I am excited for the future. I have a ton of time now, and so yeah, just be ready for some awesome content. And so if you guys want, please comment below on things that you'd like to see, either from a custom card perspective, maybe it's a custom card idea, or maybe things that you want to see on this channel. Like, do you like more tier lists, deck guides, playthroughs? Do you want art guides? Do you care about how custom cards are made? Yeah, let me know below. Comment below, and yeah, hopefully I can take that feedback and really start to form some content that you all want to see. And so thank you for sticking around. Thank you for listening to my story. Yeah, I look forward to seeing you guys in the future too. So Adakai out. I'll see you guys later.